We're going to check in on a few 8-8 teams right now and determine whether they should have a glass half full or glass half empty approach looking ahead to next season. The Ravens finishing 500 after starting 3-0. Baltimore had a 3-win improvement from last season. Do you think that the Ravens should have a glass half full or half empty approach and look when they look ahead?
2017 for me with Baltimore appears to be a rebuild and reset, not a breakdown, not more of a retool. I don't think that they're having to break down because you have your franchise quarterback, but I think that the Cincinnati Bengals, who beat down the Ravens today, I think they're going to be a playoff contender next season, and I don't see the Steelers forfeiting the AFC North. It's going to be very difficult, I think, for them to win 10 games next year. So I do have half empty.
When you look at the AFC South, the Colts finishing 8-8 for the second straight season, half empty or half full?
Half full, because I think they're going to do the right things with cap space now with offensive linemen. They're going to need to have one of their first 2 picks be an offensive lineman, and one of their biggest free agency acquisitions needs to be on the O-line. If they get that set, I really think that Andrew Luck will start reaching the promise we expected when teams sucked for Luck, when he was at Stanford his final season, in his rookie year that he overachieved, and his first 2 years that were just boundless. I think that if he has necessary time and protection, which I think they will do now, I think they make the playoffs. I think they win the South in 2017.
The Vikings had a 5-0 start.
Okay, I think
they finish 8-8.
I think the Vikings need to cut ties with Adrian Peterson unless he's willing to take $3 million next year. 32-year-old guy with multiple leg tears, and right now an $18 million cap. I know that he's been, the face of your franchise. What has it gotten you in his 10-year career? I think you need to cut ties. You certainly need to cut this contract. And I think that Teddy Bridgewater might need another year. And I think Detroit's going to get better. I think Green Bay is going to get better. I think the NFC altogether is going to get better. I think Carolina is going to return to form. There is going to be a lot of teams that I'm like 10 wins, 10 wins, 10 wins, 10 wins. I'm half empty because I think there's going to be a transition in Minnesota.
Fans do seem to have parted ways mentally already with Adrian Peterson. We'll talk about that later on in the show.